Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kenry Carty. Now today we're going to do a fun activity where we're going to try to derive the quadratic formula. So we're going to derive this mysterious looking formula. Let's go right at it. Here we have the general quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Now we're going to derive this by completing the square. So let me start by saying ax squared plus bx. I'm going to carry over the c, so this would be equal to negative c. Now, for this to be easy, I'm going to have to factor out the a term, or the constant. So I'm going to have I'm going to have x squared plus b over a times x equal minus c. Now, to get this to be a perfect square, I'm going to have to add half the coefficient of the x squared. So it's going to become a into x squared plus b over a times x plus, now if I have b over a, I'm going to have b over 2a, and I'm going to have to square this. So that is all squared. All right. Now, bear in mind this is an equation. So whatever we add to one side, we actually have to add it to the other side to keep the balance. So over here we have a minus c. Now inside the bracket we add b over 2a all squared. But bear in mind that the entire bracket is being multiplied by a. So I'm going to have to add a times b over 2a all squared as well outside. The bracket is now a perfect square, so this becomes a into x plus b over 2a all squared equal negative c plus a times. Now by laws of indices, if we square a fraction, we square both the numerator and the denominator. So I'm going to have b squared over 4a squared. Now by laws of indices, I can also break down that a multiplied by this fraction here. So I'm going to have a into x plus b over 2a all squared equal minus c plus b squared over 4a. To make this simpler, I'm going to turn the right hand side into a single fraction. So the minus c, I can put that over 1. So I'm going to have a into x plus b over 2a all squared equal, my LCM there would be 4a. And of course, 1 into 4a is 4a. And we multiply that by c, negative c. So I'm going to have minus 4ac plus b squared. All right, let's continue. We need to get the x value. So I'm going to have to divide both sides by a. So I'm going to have x plus b over 2a all squared equal, and right away we can say that we can turn that numerator around and say b squared minus 4ac all over. So when I divide this expression by a, I'm going to end up with a 4a squared, because the a would come down and multiply the denominator down here. So now we can say that since we want a bracket, we can square root both sides. So we can say that x plus b over 2a is equal to the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. We're almost there. Now on the right hand side, when you square root a fraction, you can square root about the numerator and the denominator. So that is really what it means. So I'm going to have x plus b over 2a equal the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over the square root of 4a squared. Now when I square root 4a squared, that is going to give me 2a. So I'm going to have x plus b over 2a equal the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And then we can simply carry over the b over 2a. So we have x equal, that comes over as a negative b over 2a plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, since both fractions have the same denominator, we can go right ahead and say that x is equal to negative b plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, in an equation, when we take the square root, we have to consider both the positive and the negative value, as both of them are solutions to the square root that considers an equation. So here we can simply just input the minus sign. So that is how we get the plus or minus in that scenario there. And there you go, the quadratic formula as we know it, the mysterious formula.